Hey photographers, creatives. This is the Focus Shift podcast, your best listening experience for creating your best online business. We'll focus on topics that help you get discovered. So sit back, listen, take notes if you like, and get excited about growing your business.
Have you ever poured your heart into a passion, something you really love, and then thought, okay, this is it, I'm going to make this my living?
Oh, definitely. That dream is so common, isn't it?
It really is. Whether it's photography, design, writing, maybe even baking. That idea of turning a skill into a business, it's powerful.
But then reality hits.
Yeah, then the unexpected challenges start popping up. And you realize pretty fast that raw talent, it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. You hit that point where art meets business, and it can get tricky.
So today we're doing a deep dive into some of those common pitfalls.
Yeah.
The ones creative pros, especially photographers, tend to stumble into.
And honestly, these traps, they apply way beyond just photography. If you're building any kind of creative business, this is for you.
Absolutely.
What we really want to do today is dig into our sources, pull out the absolute key takeaways about these challenges.
Kind of a shortcut for the listener.
Pretty much. Understand the what, but more importantly, the how. How do you actually navigate these things, overcome them? The goal is you walk away feeling, empowered, informed, ready to tackle things.
Okay, I think we've got some really good insights here.
Yeah.
Practical stuff. So let's unpack this. Let's jump into that first big trap.
Okay.
Underpricing your work. That temptation to go cheap, maybe even free, just to get clients or build portfolio. What's the real danger there? It seems helpful at first.
Well, it seems helpful, but it's actually kind of insidious. Our sources show it's not just about losing money now.
Yeah.
It sets this perceptual trap. Clients start linking your low price to your actual value.
Ooh, okay.
Which makes it incredibly hard to raise your rates later. You think you're attracting people, but you're kind of devaluing your own craft.
Setting expectations you can't sustain.
Exactly. It's like this subtle self-sabotage, and it leads to burnout fast because you're working way harder for less reward.
So how do you break free? How do you charge what you're actually worth?
Well, the sources lay out some clear steps. First up, you've got to do your homework. Yeah, research your local market, see what others are charging for similar stuff, get a baseline.
Okay.
And here's the big one. You have to factor in all your costs. It's way more than just the hour you're, say, taking photo.
Right, like the hidden stuff.
Totally.
Yeah.
Your gear depreciation, editing time, which is huge, software subscriptions, travel, insurance, website hosting.
The list goes on.
It does. And those are real business expenses. They need covering before you even think about profit. If you only price for the visible bit, you're losing money. Simple as that.
So structure is key then.
Yeah.
Like packages.
Yeah. Tiered packages are great. They show different levels of value.
Right.
And then, this is the tough part.
Go on.
The psychological bit. Practicing stating your price confidently without apologizing or immediately offering a discount.
That takes guts.
It really does. What does this tell you about valuing your own time, your talent?
It's a big shift in mindset. Okay, let's talk about another thing that holds people back. Gear.
It's so tempting, right? If I just had that new lens or this fancy camera body will fix everything.
We've all been there.
But is it really about the gear? Or is that, I don't know, an excuse?
Our deep dive suggests it's rarely just about the gear. You can have the fanciest camera, but if you don't get light, composition, posing.
The photo still won't be great.
Exactly. Gear helps. It enhances, definitely. But it doesn't substitute for those core creative skills.
So focusing too much on equipment, it actually slows you down.
Yeah, it delays real skill development. You're putting money into tools, not into yourself, your own ability.
So the answer isn't buying more stuff.
Nope, not usually. The real power. Master what you already own, like really know your camera.
Yeah.
Every setting.
Dig deep.
And focus on building those fundamental skills.
Yeah.
Composition, light, editing, storytelling. Invest in education, not just equipment, workshops, courses. That's where the growth happens.
So it really makes you think, for anyone learning anything new, where should your investment truly lie? Tools or mastery? That's the core question.
Okay, let's shift gears. Something maybe less exciting, but critical.
Yeah.
The business side of things.
The admin. Yeah.
So many creatives get lost in the art, the making, the doing, and they just ignore the practical stuff. That's got to lead to problems, right?
A heap of trouble. Think of it like this. Your beautiful art needs a solid frame, right? And a wall to hang on.
Okay.
The business side, that's the frame and the wall. Ignore it and the foundation just crumbles.
So what happens? Missed payments, unhappy clients.
All of that. Missed payments, angry clients, total burnout, even legal issues sometimes. all because the operations weren't handled. Your passion turns into stress.
Not good. So what are the absolute must-dos? Our sources mention things like CRMs.
Yeah, CRMs, customer relationship management systems, things like PhotoBiz, 17 hats, they can be game changers.
Oh, so?
They automate a lot. Client communication, booking, invoicing takes a huge load off. But even simpler,
What's that?
contracts and invoices for every single job. No exceptions. Protects you, protects the client. It's non-negotiable. And schedule time for it. Real dedicated time for admin. Don't just squeeze it in. And maybe consider outsourcing.
Like accounting or editing.
Exactly. If it's not your strength or you hate it, outsourcing frees you up to do what you do best, prevents those business pitfalls. So what part of your passion project needs a bit more business structure to really fly?
That's a good question for reflection. Now, all these tasks, they can feel like a lot, which leads to another trap. Burnout. Especially from saying yes to everything.
Yeah.
That desire to please, or maybe FOMO, fear of missing out, so you just take every single job offered. What's the damage there long term?
It's huge. Creative burnout, obviously. But also your branding gets messy because you're doing a bit of everything, and eventually resentment.
Resentment for the work.
Yeah, you start to resent the very thing you used to love because you're just grinding away on stuff that doesn't really fit. We've seen amazing talents just quit because they got stuck on that yes treadmill.
Wow. So it's not just about turning down work, it's strategic refusal, shaping your business by saying no.
Precisely. First step, define your niche, your ideal client. Who do you actually want to serve? What work truly excites you?
Nail that down.
Then practice saying no, gracefully, to stuff that doesn't fit. You don't need a huge explanation.
Boundaries.
Firm work boundaries. How many shoots a week, turnaround times, office hours, stick to them. And crucially, build in time for personal projects or just rest.
Protect your energy.
You have to. So how can you guard your creativity and avoid that burnout cycle? It takes conscious effort.
It really does. Okay, this next one hits close to home for branding. Editing inconsistently.
The visual signature or lack thereof.
Yeah. You see someone's work and one gallery looks bright and airy, the next is dark and moody. It's jarring. What's the core problem?
It confuses people. Simple as that. It weakens your brand because there's no consistent visual identity. People don't know what to expect from you.
Makes it hard to recognize your style.
Exactly. Harder to build loyalty, harder to charge premium rates. Plus, it just takes longer to edit. You're reinventing the wheel every time. Huge drag on efficiency.
So, consistency and efficiency. That's the fix.
That's what the sources point to. Create a signature editing style. Stick to it.
Find your look.
Find your look. Build or buy presets that reflect it. Apply them consistently. It's not about being rigid, it's about recognition. And it helps create a repeatable workflow, saves so much time.
Time is money, especially here. Now, in today's world, being findable online is everything. Which brings us to ignoring SEO and your online presence.
Right. Relying only on social media.
Yeah, lots of creatives put all their effort into Instagram or Facebook. But what does that mean for getting found by people who aren't already following you, people searching online?
It means you're basically invisible to them. Social media is great, yeah, for connection, for showing work, but it doesn't help someone searching Google for, say, family photographer Seattle or logo designer for tech startups.
They're searching for a solution, not browsing a feed.
Exactly. You're missing a massive chunk of potential clients if you're not optimizing for search engines.
It's way more than just posting nice photos then.
Oh, much more. It's SEO basics. Keywords people actually search for, using those in your page titles, like literally having wedding photographer Austin in the title of your wedding page.
Makes sense.
Meta descriptions, alt text for your images so Google knows what they are. Regularly updating your blog or portfolio, getting listed in directories, actively asking for Google reviews.
And the website itself.
Needs to be fast and mobile friendly. People bounce off slow or clunky sites instantly.
Okay, that's crucial. Let's talk about maybe the biggest fear.
Yeah.
Losing files.
Ooh, yes.
Not backing up properly. It seems so basic, but it happens constantly. What's the real nightmare scenario here beyond losing the work itself?
It's catastrophic, truly. OneDrive fails, one card gets corrupted, you lose client photos, their memories, and potentially your whole reputation, your business.
Devastating.
There's almost no coming back from that easily. Financially ruinous, and the trust is just gone.
So what's the foolproof plan? Our sources hammer home this 3-2-1 rule.
Yes, the 3-2-1 rule is the gold standard. It means 3 copies of your data
3 copies.
on 2 different types of media. So maybe your computer's hard drive plus an external drive. That's 2 media types.
Got it.
And one of those copies needs to be off-site, physically separate, like a cloud backup service or another external drive stored somewhere else.
Protection against fire, theft.
Exactly. Automate it if you can so you don't forget, and then check it regularly. Make sure the backups are actually working. It's absolutely non-negotiable.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, shifting to a mental trap now, but just as damaging. Comparing yourself to others.
Ah, the comparison game. So easy to fall into online.
Totally. I know, I do it. Scrolling, seeing amazing work, and suddenly feeling like, ugh, I'm not good enough. Then you have to remind yourself it's just the highlight reel.
But the damage is done, right? What's the deeper issue this creates?
Well, our sources say it's fascinating how we sabotage ourselves just by looking sideways instead of ahead.
It erodes your confidence, stifles your own unique voice. You start
Sandra?
chasing trends or trying to be like someone else instead of developing your style.
Creates self-doubt instead of courage.
Precise.
So how do you fight that when everyone's best is constantly thrown at you online?
First step, limit the exposure. Maybe limit screen time, but definitely curate your feed. Unfollow accounts that trigger that negative comparison.
Be intentional about what you consume.
Yes. Then shift focus inward. Your journey, your goals, your progress. Look back at your old work. See how far you've come. That's a real confidence boost.
Good point.
And find supportive communities, groups focused on growth, not just showing off, constructive critique, not comparison. How can you protect your creative spirit from that noise and focus on your own path?
Something we all need to think about. Okay, final trap for today. Lack of continuous learning.
Getting comfortable.
Exactly. You get good at something, you find your groove, and you just kind of stay there.
Yeah.
What's the risk in stopping that learning process, especially in a field like photography that changes so fast?
Well, connecting this to the bigger picture, the world keeps moving, right? So our skills have to keep moving too.
Stagnation is dangerous.
It really is. Photography, tech, client tastes. Everything evolves. If you stand still, you become irrelevant, left behind by those who are adapting and growing. It's like trying to hit a moving target while standing still yourself.
Oh, lifelong learning isn't just a nice to have, it's essential.
Absolutely essential. You've got to proactively seek out ways to grow. Take workshops, go to conferences, read, subscribe to online courses.
Experiment.
Definitely. Try new genres, new lighting, new editing styles, push your own boundaries, and super important, seek feedback. Peers, mentors. Constructive criticism is gold for growth. Helps you see your blind spots.
So what's one area you're curious to learn more about right now in your field to keep yourself sharp?
Good question to ask ourselves regularly.
Wow, okay. What a deep dive it feels like, falling into these traps. It's almost inevitable, right? Part of the journey.
It's natural, especially when you're mixing passion with making a living.
The key isn't avoiding mistakes entirely, because that's impossible. It's recognizing them, understanding why they're a problem, and then adjusting.
Exactly. And the sources really drive home this overarching message. The creatives who truly thrive, they commit to both sides, the craft and the business.
It's that combination.
Creativity with discipline, artistry with systems. Which raises a question for you listening. Where's that balance in your own work? Artistry versus systems. Where could you lean in a bit more on one side?
That's a really powerful question. And it connects perfectly to this final thought from our source material, which I think is huge for any creative person.
What's that?
It says, you are not just a photographer or a writer or a designer. You are a business owner, artist, marketer, storyteller, and entrepreneur. Embrace the whole picture.
That's good.
So for you, listening right now, think about that. Which of those other hats, business owner, marketer, storyteller, do you need to put on, or at least acknowledge more fully in what you do? Something to mull over.
The Focus Shift podcast is presented by PhotoBiz, the best website solution for photographers. Whether you're launching your site or scaling your online business, PhotoBiz has your back. To get started for free, visit photobiz.com today.